In the olden days, men used to be classified as alpha or beta males. Alpha males were at the forefront because of their leadership characteristics, self-assurance, and no-nonsense attitude towards life. The opposition was the beta males, who were willing to follow and obey commands. However, as more studies are done about human psychological behavior, we tend to learn more about the various personalities of human beings, hence the discovery of Sigma males. Sigma male is neither alpha nor beta and often follows his path. The Sigma male, also known as the lone wolf, has created a huge curiosity among psychologists in the recent past, as many people are attempting to learn more about this mysterious type of man. Who is a Sigma male? A Sigma male is a guy who prefers to stay away from society's conventional cultural dominance system. Sigma guys share many of the same characteristics as alpha males, but they like to be independent and don't frequently follow instructions or adapt to societal designations or norms. They are more comfortable solving their problems or situations alone. They don't require the same privileges from the societal structure as other males. They are frequently self-employed, wandering nomads who value exploration and understanding over possessions. Sigma males were initially regarded as a unique type of guy. This category of men appeals to women since they look self-sufficient and can forge their lives rather than depending on others or things to satisfy their wants. Sigma males are known for breaking out of their comfort bubble, creating beautiful things, starting enterprises, being calm and confident companions, and being dedicated workers. So, while most may believe that Sigma males withdraw from the community since they are sluggish or unwilling to work, this is not the case. They require time and distance to develop their thoughts and realize their aspirations. A large part of the Sigma males prepares the path for others to follow, even alpha males who aren't as innovative or ready to go against the grain for human civilization to grow. They fit nicely into a population segment many people admire but don't comprehend. If you're curious to know how to differentiate a Sigma male from a beta or alpha guy, here are 14 essential features. 1. He enjoys solitude and treasures the company of others. One of the most apparent traits everyone notices about Sigma males is how they value their privacy. While they can switch on their charm and charismatic personality anytime they choose, Sigma guys are more at ease when alone. They value time and distance to reflect and relax since other individuals drain their energy, irrespective of their importance. Furthermore, Sigma men recognize the value of having excellent individuals in their lives since they recognize that they can't achieve all their objectives alone. As a result, most women find being in a relationship with a Sigma guy challenging, particularly those accustomed to men who are obsessive and adore them. Since such relationships might be too psychologically and emotionally exhausting for a Sigma male, they are best paired with women who are not worried about being away from their men. 2. He's aware of his strength. This is a prominent feature of a Sigma male. They do not look for external validation since they already possess it. Although this is a particular trait we'd all want to have, how will you silence that nagging sense of anxiety within you? The most efficient method is to use your power. Fortunately, everybody has been created with tremendous power and potential, yet most of us don't employ them. We get stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and restrictive thoughts. We quit doing the things that make us happy, forgetting that real power comes from within. 3. Is a silent leader. What instantly springs to your mind when you think of a conventional leader? A person who is constantly in the forefront, surrounded by authorities or juniors, is someone at the top level and has all the power to make executive decisions. An alpha man who shouts seems scary, not someone you'd want to mess with. On the other hand, Sigma men are capable of governing just like an alpha male, but with a different style. They can always be depended on to get the task completed. They have the ideal combination of self-reliance, introspection, and intellect to solve any issue and transform inefficiency into efficiency. In your squad, you would love to work with a Sigma man. You get an alpha male's assurance and leadership without the drawbacks of an individual with a solid and fragile ego who requires regular confirmation. A Sigma guy will never give up, no matter how complex or inconvenient the situation may be. Instead, he will persevere until he comes up with a solution. They're the people who are never scared to do anything that needs to be done, no matter how hard it seems. Their main concern is their objective, not the image of the situation. 4. Able to adapt to many conditions. Alpha males can seize a social circle or situations by the throat and proclaim leadership. However, this path isn't sometimes attainable and recommended. If an alpha male isn't treated with the respect and authority they believe they deserve, they revert to a less powerful version of themselves. On the other hand, a Sigma male has an edge in this situation. Although a Sigma male may take command if necessary, they do not need the recognition of being the boss in various social contexts and power structures. They are content to play whichever position is required, making them more versatile than an alpha man and more likely to succeed in any setting. A Sigma guy may be a servant, a leader, or without self-imposed demands as long as they believe they are utilized effectively. However, the difficulty with this is that it may irritate specific individuals. The Sigma male's unashamed confidence and ability to assume any role might come off as arrogant and frightening to people around him. 5. Treats everyone he encounters equally. Social hierarchies underpin much of our everyday lives, and we're introduced to them as early as elementary school. We often understand to differentiate people and develop a mindset of how to treat them. Unfortunately, those habits and social practices stick with us into adulthood. Sigma guys despise these intangible and useless power structures based solely on unjustified social position. They oppose entirely the concept that you should engage with people differently because of some unspoken standards defining what sort of person they are. Why do they make excellent leaders? They don't restrict the commands only to cowardice, but also to the opposite. Others don't frighten them since they don't compete with anyone and perceive worth and intellect wherever it is. 6. Do not need the company of others to be oneself. Alpha men want structure because their personalities center on the mirror of themselves and other individuals. They enjoy thinking they have power over others and control them positively or negatively. So much of their personality is based on the approval of others. They struggle to see themselves outside of their social networks. However, Sigma males operate uniquely. Even though they're not scared of social circles, they aren't as engrossed in them as the alpha males. They are confident that their identity exists completely independent of other people's ties. They don't care about keeping up to date, are frequently unaware of current events in the realm of entertainment news, and can't stomach the notion of being famous. Sigma males portray the same characteristics in whatever situation, making them simpler to work with than others. You'll never be confused about his behavior once you understand him better. In other words, nothing will ever be able to alter him. 7. Understand the value of silence. Sigma males are often referred to as men of few words. They don't go on talking about the minor details of their lives. They are unconcerned with minor, insignificant details that may not have an impact. Furthermore, they recognize the importance of safeguarding their energy and essential traits that separate them from others. And just because they're reserved doesn't imply they'll let themselves be shoved about. While Sigma men are dominating introverts, alpha men are dominant extroverts. They may stroll into a space and dominate it with their demeanor and vibe, while an alpha male can manage the audience with his words or deeds. Most folks may not realize that silence doesn't always imply a lack of energy or connection. Therefore, if you understand how and when to give a Sigma guy the stillness they need without making them uncomfortable, it is a simple way to become a stronghold in their world. 8. Ethically ambiguous at best. Sigma guys aren't necessarily the most exemplary individuals in the world. Nonetheless, as they say, everything is relative. Sigma men may be zealous defenders of what they believe is correct or incorrect, cynical or jaded. Their power makes them a force to be reckoned with regarding the power structure. The majority of Sigma guys end up in the morally ambiguous zone. They are typically reflective and intelligent enough to notice that many aspects of the system are incomprehensible. As a result, they do not expect the actual approval that the public accords them. They are more inclined to utilize their abilities to challenge the status quo since they can conveniently notice the weaknesses in social structures. While this does not imply that Sigma guys are disgusting human beings, it implies that they are often aware of the reasoning for what they do and endorse. 9. Despises the idea of living a secure existence. The Sigma guy is not frightened of taking chances, which doesn't mean he's constantly interfering with authority or behaving rashly. Unlike outright rebels, Sigma men have no qualms about violating some few rules or taking appropriate risks if it benefits them. They do not do this to show off their power or demand others' admiration, but to advance their ideas. Sigma guys are exceptionally influential leaders and associates because of their delicate blend of realism and idealism. They are aware of the best-case scenario and create more appropriate and likely scenarios for a specific condition. You'll encounter them at the top of the game in almost every setting. They have complicated personalities and despise being pigeonholed. Consequently, the Sigma man in your life is unlikely to be a stereotype. They succeed as sportsmen, entrepreneurs, thinkers, and creative professionals simply because they can widen their perspectives and respond to challenges. 10. His social skills could use some work. For a Sigma guy, conventions are a pointless exercise. The Sigma man is sometimes misconstrued as snobbish because he isn't interested in conforming to the culture or winning any publicity stunt. Witticisms aren't his crucial strength because he hasn't put his energy into building this personality or working on them or is not inclined to learn. Unlike alpha men, who want to be the center of attention at all times, Sigma males are content to remain on the sidelines and serve uniquely without dominating the limelight. A Sigma guy finds small talk tedious, even though it is a fundamental ability for many individuals. He will not feel compelled to brag about himself in front of other individuals or to impress someone he may not see again. The Sigma man will not be there in front of people, making jokes and boosting everyone's spirits. He'll frequently be found in a corner, conversing with someone he believes deserves his time and knowledge, or with nobody. This disregard for social etiquette reveals itself in a variety of ways. Simple acts like dressing appropriately, responding to messages quickly, and partaking in pointless pleasantries and other gaffes may be mistakenly done by the Sigma man in you since they are not concerned with useless sociability or needless institutions. 11. High level of self-awareness. One of the critical characteristics of a Sigma guy is introspection. Instead of projecting themselves outside for people to notice, the Sigma male concentrates on themselves and how their activities affect their complete existence. The Sigma guys are exceedingly self-aware. They are self-aware and constantly attempt to improve the deficiencies they believe are essential. That's why they prefer spending time in their bubble evaluating what they might have improved. They find a way to avoid controversy despite their lack of social skills, as they understand how to manage social settings and seem pleasant. And being somebody who spends their whole life in their brains and doesn't look for affirmation, they'll be overjoyed once someone eventually discovers the unique qualities that they possess. The Sigma guys, as contemplative as they are nevertheless human and can find themselves in occasional challenges. They will, nevertheless, be able to quickly correct any missteps and transform mistakes into chances for self-improvement. 12. Takes full charge of his destiny. The Sigma guys are sole proprietors who work independently. They're rarely found in jobs that aren't at the executive or management levels. They have a keen sense of incompetence and a natural aptitude for disintegrating systems into concrete actions. The Sigma guy is, without a doubt, a very ambitious individual. While he may not be the most outspoken individual, his beliefs and principles are unwavering, even if nobody is paying attention. As a result, the Sigma man defies rigidity and strives to live a life that is most compatible with his nature. His renegade tendencies show through his career, creativity, and even relationships. He explores all these areas without conforming to strict frameworks and builds methods that only complement his aims and talents. Most investors are Sigma males. The repeating dominating feature in Sigma men encourages them to establish their authority, take a stance, and create a business for themselves rather than working for others. Sigma guys are self-assured people who will go to any length to achieve their goals and turn their circumstances into their objectives. 13. Difficult to comprehend. One of the most complex character traits to comprehend is the Sigma guy. It's tough to pin down his decisions and conduct since they don't match the conventional binary concept of being dominant or submissive. He portrays just a few qualities of beta and alpha. The most challenging aspect of courting a Sigma man is his lack of vocality. His ability to solve problems comes first, which isn't necessarily what most people may not need. Sigma guys might come out as robotic, unemotional spouses combined with their indifference to following standard social norms. However, this is entirely false. They are self-aware and are among the most excellent companions available. Since they dwell in their brains, they rarely share what is on their mind. However, it doesn't imply that they don't care. The majority of Sigma men are solution-oriented. They keep pushing ahead and encourage people he loves about to do the same. This obsession with efficiency might come off as cold sometimes. Nonetheless, it's a way of demonstrating his concern for you. 14. He can present full alpha traits if he wants. Alpha men like to be recognized. They are governed by rules and conform to the paradigm of a fit guy with managerial skills. On the other hand, the Sigma man is unconcerned. He has the same aggressiveness, intelligence, and persistence as an alpha man, but is never concerned about expressing it to his counterparts. Honors and recognition are subordinate to Sigma guys in showing their knowledge and competencies via deeds. To feel significant, he isn't motivated by credentials or attention. They strongly believe in themselves. Because of their self-assurance and comfort, Sigma guys may operate silently in the corner without having to continually identify themselves as the head. They're typically content to don various crowns as part of a team. Therefore, no work is ever too minor for them. Their personalities fall last when there is an initiative to be done. What matters is that the work is completed. If you meet a modest person, don't assume he's a beta male. He may be a strong introvert hiding in plain sight, preparing for the ideal opportunity to showcase. 15. They stick to their principles. A certain amount of stubbornness emerges with a sense of self-assurance and obsession depending on who you are. Sigma guys have a firm understanding of what they enjoy and don't like since they are secure in themselves. Consequently, persuading a Sigma guy to see the other side of the situation may be difficult. This may irritate other companions who merely want to enhance their lifestyle. Rather than pressuring him to follow your lead, resonate with his real nature and discuss the advantages of doing it your way. Sigma men might be adamant about who they are as individuals. However, they are also willing to change their opinions if they are proved incorrect. Invite them to a location where they have never been before and make a case for a viewpoint he may never have contemplated. Show him a new outfit that he'd never have chosen. In simple terms, the lone wolf type of man may be locked in their beliefs, but if you assist them gently into it, they'll be around eager to better their lifestyle and personalities. While Sigma guys are complicated, it's not nearly as much as they appear to be. Although they are pretty intelligent, interacting with them isn't difficult. Independence, intellect, and sincerity are three of their most important attributes. So, if you can provide the space for them to remain themselves to explore and experience, you're doing the best you can.